Okay, Wednesday night. I think it's Wednesday night. Back to doing some Amorite painting. Make sure we get the right screen here. Okay, and something we're going to have to do here in the future. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out now. And that is to go ahead and glue these little figures for the two solid hordes. Let's take a look at what we have here. I think I sorted them a little while ago. These are just extra in the box here. Let's take a look at what we got here and see if there's in fact 14 figures in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. So we're going to clean these guys up. I'm going to go ahead and put them on pennies. And because once we weren't able to finish our Amorite project, we definitely are going to do that before we move on to other things. So. Pennies, pennies, pennies. What do we got here? 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm glad I found a use for pennies. They're damn near useless. Although I still think the most useless coin, at least here in the United States, is probably the nickel. It's a big coin that's not worth a damn. I don't know, probably somebody will say, hey, you don't want any nickels, go ahead and mail them to me. It's just big, it's big, heavy, and isn't worth anything. There's some restaurant, I think it was a fast food joint, a while ago that I ran into. I forget what it was because I should have remembered it because it was kind of a one of a kind thing. Mr. Carter, my favorite Martian. So we tried watching your movie the other day. I hadn't seen it, and I know that it had really bad reviews, but yeah, we just stopped watching. The daughter and I just couldn't get into it. Sorry. It was a little too far flung. I wish it was a little bit more Jules Verne and less, I don't know, it just seemed not really down our alley, but we gave it a shot. But there was some fast food joint, I remember a while ago, that it ended all of their food on whatever, everything you bought ended so that after you added tax, it was either 50 cents or $1. And it should have been really easy to remember what place that was because I've never encountered that. It was some kind of a restaurant, like a walk-through type restaurant. And it's one of a kind. Everybody else just wants to make things difficult, so I never carry any cash with me. I use cash, but it's all electronic. Don't have to deal with change. Of course, then you have a situation like the one I had today, where I had to go vacuum the cars. I took the wife's car to go get vacuumed. To go get vacuumed? No, to go vacuum it myself. But I had to go hunt quarters down because I never carry any change with me. And I don't know why the machine doesn't take credit or debit. Let's just sand these off so we don't have so much goop on here. What are you going on? Happy Wednesday, Skylab. Yes. Painting in Utah. Weather's going to start getting real nice out there. I don't know. After having gone to Utah and Colorado, I've been once to both. I don't know. They're the same, but they're different, I guess. I think I prefer Utah. I think I prefer Utah. I went to Colorado, and you could really tell a difference with. Just seemed to me with the drug legalization. I'm fine with anything being legal. I'm not going to do it. I believe in freedom. People should do whatever the hell they want. But man, there's a whole lot of people that are really unmotivated to do a damn thing. Mountain trees are changing colors. It's awesome, yeah. I think everything should be legal as long as you don't interfere with the freedoms of somebody else. But, man, there were some really unmotivated people in Colorado. I'll leave it at that. I don't know how it was before that took place, but all right, let's clean this guy's up. I went to a place, we took a snowmobile ride, went to Park City in Utah, and we took a snowmobile ride out to a place that was like a basin up on, I'll tell you right now where it is. Australian Greg, you'll be able to watch for a while, waiting for Lorraine so we can go downtown for coffee. I say just take off without her. She can catch up. Let me find out where this place is, Skylab. I put a little hot link there on my Google Maps. I'm all about my Google Maps. And this place was northeast of Park City, and it was a basin. Oh, I thought it was hot. I thought it was hot linked here. Well, I could find it in no time. This is what I do. I'll know immediately when it is when I find it. All right, let's find Park City. And no, I didn't go any skiing. Why the hell can't I find Park City? Come on, I know exactly where it is. This is what I do, man. Oh, there it is, hidden in plain sight. It just wasn't coming up on the thing. All right, so let's go up this place. Near Moffett Peak. Windy Ridge. Windy Ridge. Yeah, this place was freaking beautiful. Yeah, between Highway 150 and where 80 turns north in Wanship, out in the middle of nowhere. We went snowmobiling out there. It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, here it is. That was the first time I really was in any snow at all, but it's beautiful, but I don't want to shovel any of it. Prepping my hordes, I am. Once this army didn't make it to, wasn't complete in time, I might as well sit here and do all the other stuff. Now this guy's got a sword. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll just make it bronze and move on. Yeah, once I couldn't get this army done in time, I'm like, well, I might as well. Might as well finish it, because once we leave these guys, we're not going back to book 1 for a while. And for those of you that were keeping track, we probably got about the same number of players just running it over at Mitch's house than we would at the convention. Or so. We had a good time. And I was able to film live one day. I wouldn't have been able to do that had I gone to the convention. So. She's ready. Catch you later. Okay, good. That guy stands up on his own. All right. One down. This is one of the leftover Auxilia figures of the fast Auxilia that I have. He fits right in with these hordes that we have here. No, I did not buy a DBA army pack for this army. I bought them individually. I did not want them to scare me, send me the wrong guys and go through all that drama. So I did get these guys from CMB Miniatures before they stopped trading by mail order. So I'm not looking forward to having an order from Essex directly, only because of the shipping. I've never had a problem with them. They actually ship pretty fast. This guy just got a stick. Wacky stick. But these hordes are going to be generic. If we build another Book 1 army like Assyrians or something like that, well, that's who I have to build. And they have any hordes, I'm just going to use these same stands. As long as they're not fighting each other, shouldn't be an issue. I don't know who this guy is or what army he's supposed to be from. Let's see if I can get him on video. There we go. Okay, he's got like a beard. And he's got like a rat tail or something. See if I can, where's the focus point here? On his head. And he's got does he have a floating beard? Yeah, I don't really know what this guy's plan was when he decided to do his get up that way, but yeah. Hare Krishna's in the Middle East or something like that. He's got a little Hare Krishna type of... Oh, we could have fun with that. Do they have those in whatever part of the world you guys are from? Or is it just an American phenomenon? Okay, this guy looks like a butcher. Looks Nubian. Or, who are those other guys? Libyan. Right? Those Libyans during this time period have some funny haircuts. Something like that. They're fine. I mean, they're fine figures. And these guys actually don't look like everybody else. My one gripe with Essex is sometimes it's like there's not a big incentive in building another army because all their figures kind of look the same. You know, you kind of already know what they're going to look like before you get them, but they actually have pretty decent faces. They paint up really well. My Irish army is almost completely Essex, and I love those guys. Yeah, I like these Amorites too. I ran into a problem with an Essex army pack before I even got into DBA. I ordered a couple of them for Armati, and they sent me the wrong figures. Do they still exist? Who still exists? The Libyans? Not sure. Here's another one of these guys with a stick. Hit you with a goofy stick. That reminds me, I still have forgotten where that saying comes from. More than one way to skin a cat. I wonder where that comes from. Know any cat skinners? Maybe big cats, but the Hare Krishna, they do. There's a big commune. I love that word, don't you? Commune. No. It's a commune in a little town just north of where I live, which is in the same town that I work in. And there's supposedly a big get up. Yep. And they used to have a big presence here at the University of Florida. They would like bang their tambourines and sit on the corner. I don't know. Give out food. What do they eat? Tofu? I don't know. I like soybeans, but not tofu. Like, why take something good and make something bad out of it? But yeah, they're still around here. Yeah, I got another one of these butcher-looking dudes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna. Okay, I don't know if I've actually heard that. Like I said, they're not really around me, so. Some people, I'll say it again, some people are just searching for something to believe in. Actually had supposedly one of these people that was somehow in that used to work where I worked part-time, and I'll never forget, because some things you never forget because they're just so damn strange. And we're talking about not eating meat, and I'm like, I'm fine not eating meat, right? I mean, if I have to, I'll be honest with you, as much as I like pig, if I've got to strangle or kill the pig to eat them myself, I probably wouldn't eat them. As much as I love ham, okay, I probably wouldn't do it. But I'd eat eggs or something like that. And this person said that they didn't eat eggs because eggs were basically chicken periods. And I'm like, well, that's really interesting, and inaccurate. I got no problems eating eggs. I could be a vegetarian, couldn't be a vegan. No, I just can't have cheese when you're not a vegan. When you're a vegan. Yeah, this guy's definitely on the... This guy looks like this guy looks pretty freaking cool. Let's see if we can get a shot of his face on here. That's a cool looking dude. He's got his headband on there. He's just working for the weekend. That's a nice casting. This guy's got a whooping stick. These guys should paint quick. Talk about guys that don't have a lot of... I don't think any of these guys are even going to have a stripe on there. Well, they all have battle... What do we call those? Battle sarongs. Battle sarongs. Yeah, we were able to film on Friday, and then it was disappointed when I saw the filming, and it looks awful. I got used to now everything being in 1080. But it was either that or nothing, so I got to admit it was a little bit better than nothing. I had quite a few people watching throughout the day. I don't know if they were like, man, this video quality is crappy, but it's the best we could do. Camembert, feta, halloumi, brie, love them all. I don't know that I've had camembert. I don't like blue cheese. I could eat it if I have to, but I don't have to. Goat cheese is good. Cheddar is good on just about everything. Brie, my daughter loves brie. I'm not a huge fan. I could eat it, but... Okay. All right, that'll work. This is good enough for get us through. All right, now let's get this out here. How many horde figures is it? It's 14. It's 7 and 7. So. Sounds like a lot. I guess it is a lot, but. So I played this army quite a bit. I forget how many games I played in it. I played it in like, I think 3 events or something like that. The one they won was the one where they used the horde. The one where they used the horde. I just used Chinese troops for the horde. But we should, if everything goes right, we should have another video for you guys on Monday. We should have a game night on Monday if you guys are interested in that. That's what it looks like. That's what the plan is so far. So, got big plans planned for 2022. I know we're still a ways away, but I'm excited about what we got coming. Have some, almost said car wars. Gonna have some Gasland stuff. Hopefully, we'll be working on some of those cars soon. I think I've figured out a way I can not spend half of my life working on one vehicle. So. Half the fun of that game for me is naming the vehicle. I know lots of people build a car and they don't even name it. I'm like, that's the best part. Now, the funny thing is, I've actually never named a 1-to-1 scale vehicle I've owned. Like any cars I've had, have never even occurred to me to give it a name. I guess that's a thing. People give their car names, but I do in the game, but not an actual car. So. Yes. Hmm? I can't understand you. You need to speak. What? 9. At 9, yes. Okay. 9 or 9:10 since I started a little later. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that was actually a thing. People giving their actual car names. Never occurred to me. So, but Gasland vehicles, absolutely. I've named it before I even put it together. So, just got the Men at Arms book for the 3rd century Western Roman army. I didn't realize the soldiers were so colorful. You know, some of those later Romans, to be honest with you, dressed pretty silly. Is the DBA army still the one with the least figures in it? DBA trivia question. It's only gonna. I think you can get away with only 12 mounted. There's got to be one that has a lot of Saloy. Dog People in 2.2 used to be like all Saloy, including a Saloy general, if I remember correctly. So I guess that would be less. So you know, you got a lot armies that have a. It used to be early Libyans also had very few troops in 2.2, but they've toughened those guys up. But yeah, Scythians, you could definitely build them all as light horse. Pretty sure. I mean, if that's something that you know. Still, what is that? 24 mounted figures? Yeah. Yeah, some of those late Roman stuff, they wear some silly like cats. They wear some silly hats. Yeah. I didn't know there was a new book. Oh, maybe you just got it. It's been out for a while. I think I have one. I actually, believe it or not, I've got a late Roman East and a late Roman West army to do. Started on the East one and just ran out of steam. This is a while ago. Probably 11 years ago, 12 years ago. Mine are old glory, so I'll move these guys off to the side. I actually don't like jumping around, but it's just a fact of, you know, when it is that I come down to, whenever I come to paint these guys, I need to like be able to just base them black and not have to wait for the super glue to dry and stuff like that. So the only caveat that I have right now is I haven't figured out what I want to do for the chariot yet. I've looked at pictures, and you know, a lot of it is just going to be how creative I want to be. I've got the horses pretty much how I like them. You know, they're colorful, but also like not colorful. You know, muted colors, which is what I want to do. And yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do on this yet. I'm pretty sure I do not want it a solid color. I just don't know. I just don't know what direction I'm going to go in it. I'm not going to make it colorful like in Egypt. The way I look at it is these guys just, you know, if they had more money and treasure and stuff like that, then, you know, they'd be wearing something other than what they came into battle on with, which is not much. Numidian can have 24 figures. Okay, so they can have light horse, all light horse, and Saloy, I guess. My nemesis army. And I say that because unless I've fought use the early Armenians against them, Mitch pulls those Numidians out, and I'm going to lose. They're just lucky, I guess. Not like it's a power army or anything. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna make sure we got black everywhere we need it on this thing. There's a couple spots looks like I missed. I'm not gonna go in there with the surface primer. This should be fine. There's one game on Sunday that I didn't film. The problem is when I didn't film, there was too many people there. And along with too many people, there was, children and dogs. It was just chaotic. It would have been too chaotic to film. But on Sunday, I played a game with Luke, which is probably the most exciting game I've ever played of DBA. It was unbelievable. And it's a crying shame that it didn't get filmed. But, oh well. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It was just crazy. It was just absolutely crazy. That's why I've been playing this game for so long, I guess, because crazy stuff happens. And it doesn't matter how unlikely it is. It's like, well, the only way I can lose is if I roll a 1 and my opponent rolls a 6. And you'll be damned if that doesn't happen. Dry a little bit. Let's see where we left this jowl off. Still have to do his bow and his beard and so forth. All right, let's knock that out. Bow, I think we were using buff. You're 23 if you use the elephant. Oh, but the elephant's got a crew member, so it's actually more. Did Jim just stay the weekend? He did. He actually arrived on Thursday. He played all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then till about noon on Sunday, and then he left. He had a long drive ahead of him. I think he said it was like 20 hours or something like that. So he lives over on the far side of, on your side of Texas. Over there near, I forget what he said it was near. Over there, the part of Texas Oklahoma didn't want. Dark sand. We'll use this dark sand. He did. He's a hell of a guy. We had a great time with him. It's funny, the first day, we started 3 hours late because we were just chit-chatting. By the end of the day, we finished on time. But now, on Saturday, we did the same thing, and because there was extra distractions, we actually didn't run one of the events. We didn't do the open, which, if you're not going to do something, don't do the open. The open is just everybody play whatever army they want. That's kind of not fun. But, yeah, we had 6 events instead of 7. And Jim won the first one with the crappiest army for sure. He had later nomadic Mongol or something like that. It was a really, really weak army. And it's a lot of light horse. And he just, he rolled well. Honestly, should have just called it Cheney Con. To be honest with you. The guy was a good sport, had the right attitude. He is. Yes, he's a nice guy. It's on film that he's a nice guy. And he paints. So, which is kind of a rarity. Yeah, I hadn't played with him since the last con that we went to, which was, this time 2 years ago. And that was the first time I ran into him, and he drove all the way from Arizona at that point. And I think he said one of the legs he drove nonstop without stopping. Well, I mean, he stopped for gas, but he didn't sleep. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, but he's a nice guy. Yeah, 2022 is just around the corner. So, okay, good. We got a lot of stuff planned, so. Hopefully we can do it. I haven't been able to paint since Sunday. Trying to get some exercising and stuff done. We all need that. All the stuff that I didn't do, while I was leading up to the shows, I wanted to get this army done. So we need to kind of get back to a more normal schedule. But looks like I'm going to be out of town again for this weekend. So there goes the painting out the window. But at least that's what it looks like at this point. So, I know that I don't know how long it's going to take me to complete these guys, but we are going to complete them before we move on to something else. Otherwise, we don't have anything to show for it. That's just silly. That's just silly to be doing stuff like that. I think that's white is dead. beard on this guy. Don't really run into any people with a bad attitude. Haven't in a while. I mean, if you're not enjoying wargaming, you probably need to quit. Let other people enjoy it. Let other people enjoy it without you. Finish this guy up a little bit later. I want to make sure I I black base these figures. With that, we'll use the primer. This is going to be a short painting session, about an hour or so. Maybe a little bit shorter, unfortunately, but you know, it's either that or not do a video at all, so might as well give you something to digest, and myself as well. Let's get this piece over here. I guess you didn't get upset that we didn't like your movie. Well, it's not like it's your movie. You didn't make it. Yeah, we tried to watch it. We couldn't get into it. Sometimes they're just movies that just don't grab you. It's all right. It's not like they made it for me. You just read the books. Not keen on movie. Disney. Yeah. Well, I didn't necessarily have a problem with Disney until they started making, like, seems like every movie they make now is like that Maleficent movie, where it's like, they take something that's like clearly black and white, and then like, well, what if everything's gray? Well, why don't you just make another series? It's okay to make movies that are gray, but why you gotta alter things that have always been this way? Make other things. Like, we were just talking about this the other day. They were talking about, I come across some article and reading, and who was it that was saying it? I think it was Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig is saying, next Bond shouldn't be a woman. They shouldn't be. Make another character. It's okay to have a spy. It's a woman. People would watch it. Well, why you gotta take something that's, why you gotta fuck with things? You actually liked the movie. I couldn't get into it. It was, I couldn't get into it. I'm not a big science fiction fan. I'm not a big science fan. I'm not a science fiction fan at all, really. I just thought it would have been more that it would have started with the Victorian stuff and then added the other things in, instead of it seemed like it was the other way around. I don't know. I don't like much science fiction, let's put it that way. There's some science fiction that's all right. So my daughter recently got to the age where she can start seeing some rated R movies, and I'm okay with it. So I was really hesitant to show her a movie I've been wanting her to see for a while, because I thought it was actually more inappropriate than it ended up being. And that's funny, you watch something, you don't remember it being as over the top. Mainly action movies. That's the kind of stuff I like watching action movies sometimes, till they get too crazy, too over the top. And we watched, over 2 sessions, we watched old Leon the Professional the other day. And that's the only movie I can think of that's slow and not slow at the same time. But I've seen the movie 4 times. I don't remember how it ended. I mean, I kind of remembered how it ended. I didn't remember all the details. So that's kind of cool. I'm not really much of a movie watcher. I tend to I can only watch a movie. It's not like I'm going to watch it while I'm painting or something like that. Have it constantly playing in the background. But there's so many things to watch, and just not much really that interests me a whole lot. Not one of those people that remembers lines from movies. I mean, if it's very memorable, sure, but, whole lines of dialogue, nah. 5. We're definitely looking forward to in 22 playing some Gaslands. I don't know about filming any games of it. We haven't played enough times to do that. Figure we'd probably get more wrong than we would right. Move these guys off to this side. But these are troops that we can use with other Middle Eastern Book 1 armies. Because honestly, if you order the army pack from some of those other armies from Essex, you would get these same figures. Which honestly, there's a fair amount of different poses. It's not like, you get stuck with one pose or anything like that. Are there a lot of historical Amorite opponent armies in your group? Oh no, I don't know if we have one of them, but we'll fudge them. So whenever they get done, we'll play through the enemies of these guys. We'll just fudge them. Right? Yeah, the only one in our group that I know for a fact that's an Amorite time period is the 3rd dynasty of Ur, but they fell and the Amorites took over. They're not listed as enemies in the list. Quite a few guys with a stick here. few more of these guys, and then we're done for the night. Turned on my computer this evening, and I saw there was a new update for OBS. I'm like, oh shit. I hope it works okay after the update. So far, so good. Marco, there you are. Got this guy and 2 more figures, and then I gotta go. Okay, done there. Okay, last one. Yeah, see, I'm exhausted already. May not have been if I drank coffee, but I don't need that. I think yesterday I went to sleep before 9:30 at night. I was that tired. Yeah, no enemy for the Amorites. With some camels we can use. I think one of their enemies are those nomadic guys. As I like to call them, dudes on a date. 2 dudes, 1 hump. Tony, why are there a bunch of nicely painted armies on eBay from Australia? Listed for exorbitant amounts of money, like $1,500, $2,000, and they never seem to sell. I didn't know that. I didn't check that. I'd say maybe I need to sell my stuff, but I don't want to sell them for only $2,000. What would I do with $2,000? I need figures to do games. They never seem to sell. Yeah. I don't know. I'll check it out tonight, though. I always like looking at other figures. Do they look nice? That's the important thing. Anyhow, it's going to be a wrap for tonight. They're just a little bit over an hour. And yeah, I'll check that out on eBay and see what we got on there. I'll report back next time. It's not me, though. I'm not from Australia, so... okay, until next time, thanks for stopping by, folks, and we'll catch you soon. See ya. Bye-bye.